meditation hacks. This is the third video. And would you like to hack your meditation? Would you like to become stable and be real meditation? And would you like it to deepen? Of course, everybody would. That's why we do this. So here's a couple more techniques, hacks that will help. These are more in relation to deepening it. At first, we were working with the creating meditation, getting genuine meditation going. Now we're getting some meditation going, and we're going to deepen it. We're going to settle it in. These will still work a little earlier, but they will help you to advance your meditation and make it more powerful, more profound, more focused, more on the meditation, less on the distraction. So the first one is to commit to long-term goals. So set measurable milestones to sustain your motivation. And I would say if you still are struggling with meditation, if it's still in the more difficult than not phase, not a lot of bliss, not a lot of enjoyment, not a lot of feeling, if your mind's constantly wandering, you can't really reliably get it to focus on the practice, then commit to achieving the fourth stage of meditation. At the fourth stage of meditation, we're going to get into this a lot more later. At the fourth stage, the mind no longer forgets the object. It might be faint, the images of a vulture flying above a piece of a dead animal on the ground. It's just circling and circling. It's a long way away, but it's there. It knows what's going on. It never loses the meditation. So if you've got some stability, then set a goal of progressing to the sixth or seventh stages. So the sixth and sevenths are enhanced stability, really solid concentration. You're getting past the point of just stabilization that you get at the fourth and fifth. The sixth stage, you start to get some real clarity in your meditation. Things become crisp, precise. You start to feel nuance. And the seventh stage, likewise. And if you're really getting good, takes a long time to do, so don't fool yourself. But try and aim for getting some power in meditation. Those are the three characteristics. Stability comes first. That's when it becomes meditation. Clarity, when it becomes workable, when you're able to relate to it in a nuanced and detailed manner, when you understand the depth of the mind, you can see it and feel it. And power, that's when the mind does what you want when you want, and you start to feel the power of meditation. So it's higher stages, the eighth, the ninth stage, probably even the sixth and seventh, really, if we're honest, are typically only feasible in retreat settings. Once you've done a lot of retreat, the fifth, sixth, and seventh stages even might be available as a practitioner at home, but that takes a lot of meditation, and we're talking about pretty good meditators to get much beyond the fifth stage, really. So the other hack to talk about today is to know the meaning of your meditative object. So are you focusing on a deity? Are you focusing on a mantra? Are you focusing on the breathing? There's two aspects to it. There's the object itself, and there's the meaning of the object. What is that object teaching you? This provides a lot of context and richness for meditation. It gives you a why. Otherwise, you're just meditating and there's some vague idea. I'm getting peace, I'm getting calmness, I'm helping not be so stressed out and so forth. Those are fine. But if you want a more profound goal, a higher goal, then set the stage at becoming virtuous, for example, or having insight into reality. These are goals that can really sustain you through meditative troughs. When you think, this meditation's not going so well, doesn't matter. You've got other ways to look into the nature of reality, and then the meditation will begin to build back up from that. So take the example of deity meditation. Tara is a well-known deity in the Tibetan system. She embodies compassion and fearlessness. Her open hand, she's got both her, she's holding a lotus here, and her hand is somewhat open, and the other hand is open on her knee down below. It signifies readiness to help others, the one down below, while the lotus flower that she holds up here, or sometimes here, symbolizes compassion as the supreme virtue. knowing those things. And she also has eyes on her hands, her feet, and in her face. Sometimes she has an eye here, a third eye on the face. So she's got 7 eyes total. What these eyes do is they allow her to see in all direction the suffering of beings, so that no being is forgotten. Her compassion is so profound that she sees the suffering of all beings, and she offers it the compassion in the form of a flower, and her hand is open, generously, not holding anything back as she offers. She also wears various ornaments to represent the 6 paramitas. So that's knowing what the object of meditation means. If you're meditating on the breathing, then you can draw all sorts of lessons from the breathing. You're tuning into the process of life, to the process of living through your breathing. You're tuning into it, and you're overcoming the solidity of feeling of being, and you're feeling the quality of beingness, or doing being, or flowing as life. Life is a constant movement. Life is a constant flow in and out with the breathing. Another thing that breathing is it connects you with the prana, the inner force of the mind. It shows impermanence because it's constantly changing. It's never still. And lastly, the breath connects us with, I forgot what I was going to say. Sorry. I'll bring it up again. Anyway, in the next one, we're going to talk about developing, redirecting wandering thoughts, and developing faith and motivation as hacks.